used to make my healing sound like something I was late to. Like everybody found a way and I had missed the cue. But sorrow has its rhythm, it will not be pushed around. Some doors inside us open when we stop forcing them down. I don't need a brighter answer, I don't need a perfect sign. If I'm breathing through the feeling, I am doing something right. I'm easy on myself tonight for carrying what I carried, for taking longer than I planned, for being less than ready. I'm easy on myself tonight, not cured and not ashamed. A heart can take the long way back and still come back changed. I used to hide the tender part and call it being strong. Say I had already moved when I was barely moving on. Now I let the truth be slower, now I let the ache be kind. There is nothing weak in needing a little more time. No one sees the quiet work of learning how to stay. How many times you choose yourself in one unfinished day. I will not turn my bruises into reasons I should blame. Some of what once hurt me is no longer burning the same. I'm easy on myself tonight for carrying what I carry, for taking longer than I planned, for being less than ready. I'm easy on myself tonight, not cured and not ashamed. A heart can take the long way back and still come back changed. No rushing the return, no shame in the repair. I'm easy on myself because I'm finally there.
Joy won't betray you, it won't erase the past. It only proves the heart can hurt and still come gently back. Joy won't betray you, let it find your hand. You can smile without denying everything you had. I used to feel almost guilty when a better feeling came. Like the ache deserved devotion, like release would be a shame. I kept the sorrow polished, kept it close and well behaved, afraid that if I laughed again I'd lose what I once saved. But grief is not a promise to refuse another day. What mattered is not measured by how long we choose to ache. Joy won't betray you, it won't erase the past. It only proves the heart can hurt and still come gently back. Joy won't betray you, let it find your hand. You can smile without denying everything you had. There are names I still remember with a careful kind of grace. They do not ask for sadness every time they cross my face. I can honor every chapter without living on that page. I can thank what made me softer and still welcome what has changed. If a laugh arrives unguarded, I won't make it apologize. If my heart feels less heavy, I won't call the light a lie. Some love keeps its meaning even after seasons move. And what was truly given does not suffer when I bloom. Joy won't betray you, it won't erase the past. It only proves the heart can hurt and still come gently back. Joy won't betray you, let it find your hand. You can smile without denying everything you have. Betray what once was true. The steam is rising softly from the cup, while the morning light is fading slow. You haven't touched your coffee for a while, just sitting there with a quiet smile. We used to talk until the stars went down, but now the silence feels so gentle somehow. I trace slow circles on the wooden table, like watching memories softly unravel. You're looking out at the gentle rain, while my heart beats quiet in the same refrain. Your coffee's getting cold again, just like the way our story gently ends. No heavy words, no sudden pain, just the space that's growing soft between. Maybe we stayed a little too long here, trying to hold what was never meant to stay. The sugar settled gently at the bottom, and neither of us needs to say. Place your keys beside the silver tray. There's nothing left but quiet in the way. The shadows move slowly across the floor as you stand up and walk toward the door. The clock is ticking soft and slow, watching us let each other go. Your coffee's getting cold again, just like the way our story gently ends. No heavy words, no sudden pain, just a space that's growing soft between. It's the weight of one last quiet look, the final page of a well-loved book, softly spoken, barely heard, the echo of every gentle word. Don't turn around, just let it be. The winter's coming, but so is peace. We're just two souls who shared a place, now drifting softly into different space. Your coffee's getting cold again, just like the way our story gently ends. It's a quiet kind of letting go, the softest way to learn to breathe alone. The rain is tapping on the window pane. Your coffee's getting cold, and I'm still here, watching it fade away. But somehow it feels okay. Pale moon drifting over town, quiet rooftops settling down. Moonlight on Cedar Lane, silver shadows call your name. Windows glowing soft and low, where our younger hearts still go. Late night bicycles roll by, clouds are sleeping in the sky. Old bookstores begin to close, cold wind through my woolen coat. Tiny lamps along the rail, distant humming from a train. Your forgotten photograph still rests inside my leather bag. Moonlight on Cedar Lane flickers through the autumn haze. Every step and every sigh feels suspended in the night. Maybe roads were meant to bend, maybe nothing truly ends. Still beneath this quiet blue, part of me belongs to you. Moonlight on Cedar Lane,
The piano starts where your hands let go. Soft guitar underneath, moving slow. One little table, one fading light. I tell myself I'm alright. I'm still at the table where we used to be, holding a silence that won't set me free. Your chair is empty, but I don't fall apart. I just breathe through the ache of a quiet heart. The cup has gone cold by the window frame. I almost turn when they call your name. The rain writes softly on the glass, like it knows some things don't last. I left your side of the table clean. No angry words, no final scene, just a folded napkin, a gentle scar, and the sound of cars passing far. I used to know how your smile would stay in the smallest part of an ordinary day. Now every spoon against porcelain white sounds too loud in the evening light. I don't need answers, I don't need blame. Some love leaves without making a flame. It only dims like a lamp at dawn, still warm for a while after it's gone. I'm still at the table where we used to be, holding a silence that won't set me free. Your chair is empty, but I don't fall apart. I just breathe through the ache of a quiet heart. Maybe tomorrow I'll walk past this place without looking in for your face. Maybe the sorrow will soften in time, like sugar dissolving one grain at a time. I'm still at the table, but I'm learning to leave, letting the evening be gentle with me. Your chair is empty, but I'm still alive. I lost what we were, but I'll learn to survive. The piano fades, the guitar stays low. I put on my coat and let you go.
Your yes sounds free, not borrowed from the moment, not dressed up as agreement, just to keep me close. Your yes sounds free, and that is why I trust it, not the word itself, the freedom underneath. You take the time you need before you answer me. I don't read the pauses distance the way I used to do. I want the choice that reaches from the person you are, not a softer little answer that makes you disappear. You used to smile too quickly, say the kind thing first, leave your own want waiting till it almost lost its voice. Now when you choose me clearly, it carries something more. I can hear the whole of you standing in the word. Your yes sounds free, not careful, not indebted, not a promise made too early, just to keep the feeling safe. Your yes sounds free, And that is why it moves me when you choose without shrinking. I believe the choice you make. Surrender just to keep the weather mild. That is not the kind I'm asking. That is not the love I mean. Give me what is true enough to stand there quietly. Your yes sounds free, not careful, not an edit, not a promise made too early, just to keep the feeling safe. Your yes sounds free, and that is why I trust it, not the word itself, the freedom underneath. When you say yes, I hear you choosing. And that is everything. I can hold both the ache and the grace. What I miss and what I gained can stand in the same place. I can hold both the love and letting go. My heart is not divided, it is deeper than I know. People ask if I am better, like the answer should be clean. But I have days that feel forgiving and days that still lean. I don't call the harder feeling a failure to move on. Some echoes lose their sharpness without ever being gone. Why should one truth silence another truth inside? I can have a grateful memory and still admit I cried. I can hold both the ache and the grace. What I miss and what I gained can stand in the same place. I can hold both the love and letting go. My heart is not divided, it is deeper than I know. I can laugh and still remember, I can want and still decline. I can wish you only goodness without giving you my life. Neither feeling cancels what the other came to say. I am not less healed for having more than one shade. I spent too long dividing the hurt from the grateful part, as if a human heart could only only beat one way. Now I let the truth be wider. Now I let the answer bend. Some things can be over and still matter in the end. I can hold both the ache and the grace. What I miss and what I gained can stand in the same place. I can hold both the love and letting go. My heart is not divided, it is deeper than I know. I can hold both and still be whole. Morning tides beneath the pier, quiet gulls I barely hear. Sunday by the harbor side, watching little boats collide. Salted wind and pale blue skies, stillness resting in my eyes. Tiny cafes start to wake, fresh bread cooling by the lake. People smiling, passing through, simple moments touched with blue. Faded postcards in my coat, half-finished words you never wrote. Clouds are floating, calm and free, like the dreams you gave to me. Sunday by the harbor side, silver waves and changing tides. Every hour drifting light softly disappears from sight. Nothing rushes in this town, even sadness settles down. For a while my soul can rest inside this quiet loneliness. Sunday by the harbor side, golden sunset on the tide. Every memory like the ocean carrying you. Harbor winds tonight. I used to meet a softer feeling with a plan to step away before it had a chance to reach me. I was naming what could break. I kept one hand on every ending, kept my laughter half controlled, afraid the moment I enjoyed it would become the one I'd miss most. But lately I have noticed I can let it go.
good thing near without making it responsible for all my former fear. I'm no longer holding my breath when something kind begins. I don't measure every blessing by the way it might end. I'm no longer holding my breath. I let the feeling live. Not every tender chance has to take more than it gives. You don't make me hurry to call this love or fate. You let me have my questions without turning them to walls. When you choose me calmly, I don't search for hidden cost. I can feel a safer rhythm where the doubt once stopped. Safety would arrive with something clear and bright, but it came in small permissions to feel good without a fight. No grand release, no sudden cure, no promise that won't bend, just a heart that stops preparing for the hurting to begin. I'm no longer holding my breath when something kind begins. I don't measure every blessing by the way it might end. I'm no longer holding my breath. I let the feeling live. Not every tender chance has to take more than it gives. Breath by breath, I let it in. Maybe this is how a softer life begins. Late night city breathing slow, street lights covered up in gold. Your memory walks through my mind like smoke disappearing with time. Midnight latte getting cold, stories left untold. Your reflection in the steam still lives inside my dreams. People passing by the store, rain collecting near the door. I pretend that I moved on, but your melody still lingers on. Soft piano fills the air, but your voice is nowhere there. Every table feels the same, since nobody says my name. Midnight latte getting cold, stories left untold. Your reflection in the steam still lives inside my dreams. Maybe someday I will smile steam still lives inside my dreams. Just the rain, just the night, just a night, just your ghost and cafe lights. Let the real part speak, not the brave answer first. I can love the honest sentence while it's still learning words. You start to say you're fine, then stop before the line. I can hear the smaller truth waiting underneath. You don't have to make it graceful, you don't have to make it clear. If it matters in your chest, then it matters to me here. Let the real part speak, even if it trembles through. I don't need the polished story, I just want the heart of you. Let the real part speak, without dressing up the pain. Love is not the perfect wording, love is staying when it's plain. I know the careful version, the one you use outside, the smile that keeps its balance, the answer trained to hide. But you can lay that down now, you can leave the mask unseen. I am not afraid of sorrow when it brings you close to me. Say it halfway, say it low. I will meet you where the truth starts to show. Let me be the one who hears you before you sound so sure. Let the real part speak, even if it trembles through. I don't need the polished story, I just want the heart of you. Let the real part speak, without dressing up the pain. Love is not the perfect wording, love is staying when it's plain. You don't have to shine it up, you don't have to make it neat. Come as the truth comes, let the real part speak.
The way you don't push makes the truth come closer. You don't pull my answer from a part that isn't ready. The way you don't push teaches trust to move. I choose you more freely because you leave me room. You don't finish my sentence when the wording loses thread. You don't turn my hesitation into something that must end. You can sit with not knowing without making it a crime. You never ask a tender heart to hurry into line. Some people call it caring when they crowd the open air. You have a kinder wisdom, you can wait and still be there. The way you don't push makes the truth come closer. You don't pull my answer from a part that isn't ready. The way you don't push teaches trust to move. I choose you more freely because you leave me room. If I change my mind slowly, you don't mark it as a flaw. If I need a softer silence, you don't turn it into loss. You are not less loving when you give the feeling air. There are things I tell you sooner because you never make me scared. Pressure can sound tender when it wants to be right. It can wear the shape of worry and still tighten every side. But you love with open hands, not a promise made of force. You trust what comes toward you when it is allowed its course. The way you don't push makes the truth come closer. You don't pull my answer from a part that isn't ready. The way you don't push teaches trust to move. I choose you more freely because you leave me room. You don't have to push, that's why I come through.
Maybe we're a better kind of late, not arriving out of time. We bring the scars honestly and leave the act behind. Maybe we're a better kind of late, less eager to pretend. We don't need the first version to know what this could mean. We don't speak like people trying to sell a spark. We ask the realer questions and wait through honest pause. I like the way your laughter no longer proves a thing. It comes because it wants to, not because the silence needs filling. A better kind of late, with less to hide away. No borrowed youth, no perfect face, just truth we're not afraid to say. A better kind of late, with steadier hands this time. If love has found us now, it found us with clear eyes. We miss the careless timing when love thinks it knows all. Maybe that is no loss now. Maybe that is why we're kind. lives that shaped us and let them enter too. There's no race toward forever, no need to sound amazed. Some hearts become more open after learning what can change. So take your time beside me, I won't call it moving slow. What comes gently comes with meaning, only patience gets to know. A better kind of late, with less to hide away. No borrowed youth, no perfect face, just truth we're not afraid to say. A better kind of late, with steadier hands this time. If love has found us now, it found us with clear eyes. If this is late, let it be late. It found us telling the truth.
Paper lanterns gently sway, midnight colors fade away, lanterns glowing through the rain, calling out your name again. Tiny lights along the street, where your memory still sleeps. Porcelain cups beside the wall, shadows moving soft and small, velvet clouds above the town, while the evening settles down. Old train passing far away, like the words we couldn't say. Your coat hanging by the door, but you live here anymore. Lanterns glowing through the rain, flickering like fragile flames. Every heartbeat drifts so slow, like the rivers far below. Maybe someday winds will change, carry sorrow far away. Still tonight beneath the sky, I can't teach my heart goodbye. Lanterns glowing silver gold, keeping silent stories close. Every road may lead apart, but your echo stays in heart. Soft piano decay, lantern light drifting slow. resting in my eyes. Softly through the dawn you fade, like the colors in the rain. Empty coffee, silent room, still surrounded by your perfume. Birds are singing far away, but my heart still feels the gray. Sunlight touches every wall, yet I barely feel at all. Books and letters by the bed, tiny words we never said. Every second moving slow, like a river after snow. Softly through the dawn you fade, like the colors in the rain. Empty coffee, silent room, still surrounded by your perfume. If tomorrow feels less cold, maybe I will let you go. But tonight the morning blue still reminds me of you. Softly through the dawn you fade, leaving shadows where you stayed. Quiet tears and silver light disappear into the night. Slow piano decay, with finger style, acoustic guitar ending naturally.
What stays after is softer than a memory. Not the hour, not the name, but the way it changed my breathing. What stays after doesn't ask me to hold on. It leaves a kinder shape in me and quietly moves along. I used to make a feeling work harder than it should, try to turn a passing sweetness into proof that life was good. Now I let the good arrive without asking it to last. Some things touch you truly even when they're moving past. I don't need to keep the whole thing, I don't need to call it mine. If it made me less afraid, then it gave me something right. What stays after is softer than a memory. Not the hour, not the name, but the way it changed my breathing. What stays after doesn't ask me to hold on. It leaves a kinder shape in me and quietly moves along. is softer than a memory. Not the hour, not the name, but the way it changed my breathing. What stays after doesn't ask me to hold on. It leaves a kinder shape in me and quietly moves along. I don't have to keep it. It already changed me. You listen without reaching for the clever thing to say. You let the harder meaning take the time it needs to land. You never make your patience feel like something I must earn. You hold the truth with mercy, but you never let it blur. I know it isn't simple, the grace you give so well. Some people call it easy when they never see the weight. You make care look easy, but I know it isn't light. The way you hold a hard truth without turning it to fight. You make care look easy, not weak, not small, not blind. Just a steady kind of courage I keep learning from each time. You can say that hurt me without making someone bleed. You can leave a boundary standing and still sound like you believe. You don't spend your tenderness to keep the whole world pleased. You know when love means staying and when love means letting be. Don't call it nothing, don't make it disappear. The quiet grace you offer has cost you something dear. I used to think compassion was a softer way to lose. Then I watched you keep your center while still leaving others room. There's strength in how you answered. There is wisdom in your pause. You can care with both hands open and still know what care should cost. You make care look easy, but I know it isn't light. The way you hold a hard truth without turning it to fight. You make care look easy, not weak, not small, not blind. Just a steady kind of courage I keep learning from each time. Easy. That doesn't mean it takes no strength. Love can be unsure and still be honest, love. A voice may shake a little and still be reaching out. Love can be unsure and still deserve a chance. Not every trembling answer is trying to turn back. You don't have to bring me certainty, I don't bring it either. We are two unfinished people learning how to meet. I won't ask your every question to disappear from me. Some doubts are only proof that the feeling matters deeply. Love can be unsure and still be standing there, not polished into promise, not just beyond repair. Love can be unsure and still be something true. I would rather know your real heart than a perfect line from you. We don't need a name forever before we name today. We don't need to hide the trembling just to make the feeling safe. If your hope arrives slowly, I won't call it less. Some of the deepest choosing takes a softer breath. So bring me what is honest, bring me what you can. Love is not less worthy when it learns before it stands. Love can be unsure and still be standing there, not polished into promise, not just beyond repair. Love can be unsure and still be something true. I would rather know your real heart than a perfect line from you. No need to sound certain, no need to sound new. Love can be unsure, and I can still choose you.
Two spoons on the table, one cup getting cold. Piano plays softly, a story left untold. Two spoons on the table, but one heart has gone. I'm learning the silence, I'm sitting with dawn. No anger to carry, no words left to fight. Just two spoons on the table and one lonely light. They set them down like every day before they saw your chair that way. I smiled because I didn't know how else to let the moment go. The sugar waits, the tea turns thin. I hold the warmth against my skin, and every little ordinary thing feels heavier than it should have been. I used to know your morning face, the quiet way you filled this place. Now all I have is half of you and all the songs we listen to. I won't pretend I'm strong tonight, but I won't beg the past to write another line where you return. Some lessons have to softly burn. 2 spoons on the table, but one heart has gone. I'm learning the silence, I'm sitting with dawn. No anger to carry, no words left to fight. Just 2 spoons on the table and one lonely light. Maybe love is not erased, it only finds a different place. In the cup, in the rain, in the corner of a name. Maybe I can keep the good without asking if I should. Let the sorrow lose its weight, let the morning come in late. 2 spoons on the table, but I'm still here, breathing through memories, gentle and clear. No anger to carry, no words left to fight. Just 2 spoons on the table and one softer light. I leave 1 spoon beside the cup. I take my coat and button up. The guitar fades, the piano slows, and quietly I let you go.
Something in me opened on an unremarkable breath. I didn't call it healing, I didn't name it yet. I only felt the old weight, failed to answer when it came. Like a voice I used to follow, had forgotten how to claim me. I won't make it larger than the mercy that it is. For once I let the shift be small and still believe in it. Quietly I changed, not all at once, not loudly. No proof across my face, no need for anybody. Quietly I changed where the wound had done its talking. I didn't become new, I became more my own. I used to treat a calmer hour like a guest I couldn't trust. Afraid to move around it, afraid to want too much. Now I let myself be lighter without explaining why. Some doors within the heart open better from inside. No grand arrival, no perfect point of view, just less of yesterday, speaking over what is true. changed. Not all at once, not loudly. No proof across my face. No need for anybody. Quietly I changed where the wound had done its talking. I didn't become new, I became more my own. Quietly I changed, and that was change enough.